So in this video, I'm going to be talking everything Kajabi Custom Domains. So if you're setting your Kajabi account up for the first time, this video is for you. We're going to cover off whether you should set up your Kajabi for your main domain or a subdomain and everything in between. But before we jump in, I want to make you an offer. I can get you an extended 30-day trial of the Kajabi platform. That's over double the 14-day trial available to the public just by using my link. You can head to timpeakman.com/Kajabi and get access to your account today. And as a thank you for using my link, I'm going to automate you a free program. It's called Kajabi Unboxed. This is the program that I wish I had when I started my Kajabi journey. And that's just one of the awesome bonuses that I offer. More on those bonuses towards the end of this video. So without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so here we are in my live Kajabi account, and we're going to be looking at how to set up a domain. So there are two main ways you can set up a domain if you're using Kajabi. So you can either set it up as your main domain, or you could set it up as a subdomain. So if you already have a homepage with another site, you can actually have your Kajabi as maybe like your training site or your app site. So people come to your homepage if you've already got a good bit of website traffic pointed to your domain and your homepage using something other than Kajabi. You can then have people log into Kajabi at say like app and then your domain and then .com or something like training.domain.com. So I'm just going to go through adding, I'm going to start a brand new site. So I'm going to show you exactly the steps to go through. If you do have multiple sites, you can do this and follow on. Or if you just started off with Kajabi, this is what you should go through. So I'm just going to go to manage sites and then I'm going to go to add site. So I'm going to create a new site. Yes, one site is all you need, but this is for training purposes. I'm just going to title this training and then I'm just going to give it my email. And then I'm going to go for my phone number. And then English is good. And then text direction left to right. So I'm going to click save. Now, all this is going to do is going to set me up a brand new site. So I'm going to do it this way so I can show you exactly how you link up your domain. And it's probably one of the first things you need to do when you start with Kajabi. Now, if you go into settings, and then if you go into domain, so you've got three sections here. You've got payment settings, you've got site settings, and then you've got account settings. Now your account settings is for across all of your sites. So it's account specific. Site settings is just for this training site. So I can do this training video, and then payment settings is just for this site as well. So you can have multiple sites accepting different payments. So I'm just going to click on domain and then it's going to give me some Kajabi domain, right? So it's just going to generate you a Kajabi domain and all you need to do is click set up custom domain. Now I'm going to go through these steps. It might be quite nuanced if you have a host or you've purchased your domain through a registrar. So there are so many ways you can set this up, but make sure you have purchased a domain and then you can actually come here to custom or set up your custom domain. So I'm going to set this up as like mydomain.com. So I'm going to use this Kajabi site as my homepage. And that's what I would recommend, only unless you already have a homepage with your domain already set up and you want to use Kajabi as a subdomain and you understand the difference. So I'm going to click set up custom domain. Now this is going to give you the option, connect domain to Kajabi or create a subdomain for Kajabi. So these are the two things I was talking about and I'm just going to click connect domain to Kajabi. So I'm going to use this as my main domain. So the domain name, this is something if you haven't already purchased the domain, go ahead and purchase that now. So I'm just going to click or I'm just going to create Tim Peakman training.com and then click next. And what this is going to do is it's going to walk you through a setup wizard. So almost done. You're going to ask, number one, sign into your domain provider. So if I had purchased, this is just a test. So if I had purchased Tim Peakman Training, I would then sign into my domain provider, go to the DNS settings for that domain provider. and then remove the existing name servers and now add these Kajabi name servers. Now Kajabi give you 2 name servers from their own Cloudflare. So you can just copy these Cloudflare name servers and then put them into your domain. If you're having trouble, you can actually read a little bit more about it here. And then once you've done that, you can click done and verify. So you have to do this. You have to navigate away from Kajabi and set this up in your domain provider. So if you don't know who your domain provider is, you can actually ask. Kajabi chat support are really great. As I say, everyone is going to have a slightly different setup, a different name provider, different registrar. But once you've done that, just click done and verify. So all this is going to do is it's going to say this is connecting your domain to Kajabi, but it won't actually connect this because I haven't purchased this domain. And then you're going to a series of subdomains here, and now email marketing is in this section as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate back to my live Kajabi site. Here we are in my Kajabi site, and I'm going to go to settings, and then under my domain, I'm just going to click out my domain. Now, I've set this up a few years ago now, and this is what it should look like. So you should have a little check mark here. timpeakman.com is the custom domain is connected. I could remove it. I could link this to another one, but I'm warning against that. But if you were to look at any of your DNS settings, you can click on this little cog here and then make sure that you've got everything in place. Now, you might have to ask Kajabi, does everything look in place? If you're using like Gmail for your emails, make sure that they are still sending once you've set up your domain to Kajabi. Then once you've actually set up your site domain settings, once this is set up, then you have the option of setting up marketing email domain sending. So this just means that when people receive an email from you, so I'm assuming you're going to be using Kajabi as your email marketing, then you can set this up so it will come from, like, this is me@mydomain.com. So people understand where the email is coming in from. It's less likely to fall into their spam folder. So you can just set this up by editing your custom domain, putting the from name in there. So I want people to know that it's from me, and then the from email is me@mydomain.com, and then the reply to. So it's going to look like this when they open it up in the email. So I would recommend going ahead and adding a marketing email domain sending, just so if you're using marketing emails with Kajabi, you're going to get better delivery rates. Now, what I would do at this stage, I mean, this might take 24 to 48 hours to propagate, including the domain and the email domain. So what I would do is I'd go to something like DNS checker, and just check your domain. So what I'm going to do is type in mine and then just click return. And because I've set this up years ago, it's saying that my DNS has been propagated, meaning that I can send marketing emails to people who are around the globe. Now, as you're setting up your domain or email domain, you can come onto here and check, and you're probably going to see that there's a lot of red X's down here. It's just going to say that it needs time to actually set up in the right way. And if it's taking any longer than 48 hours, you can then get Kajabi chat support. You can just contact support and then start live chat. And as you open up this chat, you can ask for it to speak to a human, and then you can say, hey, I'm having problems setting up my domain. And they are probably the best chat support that I have experienced on a software like this. So you can chat to Kajabi as much as you can to try and get unstuck and keep moving forward. The amount of times I've used chat support when I don't understand something new, it's just kept me moving forwards. So contact support, go to live chat, and then ask to speak to a human, because then they'll have access to your account. They can see what you're seeing and they can suggest the correct next steps forward. So there we have it. Hopefully you found value in this training and you can identify something that you can take action on. So as a reminder, I can get you an extended 30-day trial of the Kajabi platform if you wanted to take it out for a spin. Head to timpeakman.com/Kajabi. That is over double the 14-day trial available to the public just by using my link. And yes, this is an affiliate link, but all that means if you continue past those 30 days free trial and you become a paying customer of Kajabi like me, part of your payment will come back to me in support of this channel at no extra cost to you. And when you become a paying customer of Kajabi and go past those 30 days, as a second thank you from me, I'm going to offer you a second program. It's called Kajabi Sales Page Templates. Just reach out to me, tim@timpeakman.com, and I'll grant you access. Within this product, you'll be able to download templates in a zip file and upload them into your Kajabi. And these are the sales page templates that I use in my business today. That link once more, timpeakman.com/Kajabi. Check out some of the awesome bonuses that I do offer on that page. Hopefully you got massive value from this video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the very next one.